When trying to define our own capabilities and our competencies, we often make a list of things that we can do, right? A list that typically contain elements like strategic planning and data analysis and leading teams, critical thinking, customer service, sales, etc., etc. I mean, it sounds reasonable, right? Well, Nathan seemed to think so as well. Hello, I'm Nathan, a marketing specialist gearing up to apply for some new positions. I put together a list of my skills, things like marketing, sales, strategic planning and critical thinking, thinking that this would really strengthen my resume. But I'm starting to wonder if this is actually helpful. Is just listing these skills effective, or is there a better way to showcase my capabilities to potential employers? How can I make my resume stand out and truly reflect the value that I can bring to a company? There are 3 problems with creating a list of pretty skills. 3 big reasons why they don't do what you want it to do, which is to showcase your capabilities. These skills don't really tell anybody anything. They are short and punchy for sure, but they're about as valuable as a glass of ice on the South Pole. So if you say critical thinking is a skill that you possess, what exactly does that mean? And how should a potential recruiter or employer understand it? And more importantly, evaluate it? There's no standard benchmark or definition for strategic planning or critical thinking. Now, for sure, these terms are some of the more abstract ones, but the same applies to less abstract skills like leadership or selling or visual design or even data analysis. Remember, these things mean different things to different people based on their context and their experience. If everyone else lists the same juicy things on their CVs, just how does that make you stand out? The short answer is it doesn't. And when a data point like this cannot be used effectively to compare between candidates or to determine the level of ability, then it adds no value. And you've just wasted your time putting this together, and you've wasted the recruiter's time reading it. This is what many people don't understand. Saying that you have a skill is basically irrelevant. Showing how you can use that skill in your professional capacity, now that becomes a lot more interesting and useful. So on something as important as a CV or a personal information document, you really want to make sure that each piece of information sells you and what you can do. Go ahead and make a list of specific business challenges or problems that you can solve. Things that you've done in the past and that took you, your team, or your business forward, opportunities that you exploited, or problems that you solved or that you helped to solve. This demonstrates how you use these professional skills to achieve results. If you're applying for a specific position, then try and link this to the items listed in the job requirements or the job specification. Show the recruiter that you can solve the issues as outlined because these are the responsibilities that have been highlighted by them. It shows both that you're taking some care to provide information that's meaningful and relevant, and also it demonstrates that you have experience with these items. And then a bonus tip: use an artificial intelligence LLM or chatbot to help you with this. A good technique is to take your CV, where you worked in your major responsibilities, as well as a full list of things you did, built, solved, etc., and then ask it to help you identify the kinds of problems this skill set and experience can solve. And if you have the requirements for a specific job at hand, feed that in as well and ask it to show your experience with these requirements. You'd be surprised just how effective that output can be used. So then, the short takeaway from this is: don't make a list of skills. Do make a list of problems that you have solved and others that you can potentially solve based on your history and your experience. Make the information relevant to a specific job or a specific position's requirements. Remember, your CV or your personal information document needs to be tight and concise and carefully and effectively show what you can do. Don't add things that adds no value and only wastes time. Good luck! Well, that's it in a nutshell. So if you think it's deserved, please remember to hit the like button and feel free to share this with anybody who you think might get value from this advice. Also, a sub to the channel would be awesome.